Hello everybody, welcome to another part of Alan Wake. Haven't played the game in a long while, so I remember nothing, so it's the best time to go back to it. Okay. It's a gas station. After finding strange manuscript pages that seem like his own handiwork, Wake comes under brutal attack by a strange, shadowy man. He fights for his life as he makes his way towards the gas station. Okay, 1 second. Okay, appears to be recording properly. Hope. Resume. Let's make sure I can. Okay, let's increase the volume a bit more, for me at least. Oh, this is spooky, even though it is daylight now. Something there. There's a noise coming from there. I think it is this one.
Stucky spat on the garage floor and tried to shake the cobwebs from his head. Ever since the couple never showed to pick up the keys, things had been fuzzy. Something, a feeling caught his attention. Stucky looked up and stared as his brain tried in vain to process the horror before him. He stumbled back, knocking over a can of oil. A black pool spread across the floor while he struggled for a brief moment, then let go as the unrelenting darkness engulfed him.
Okay. 1 second. I think it's okay, but I guess we'll find out. If the volume is wrong, is bad, I'll try to fix it next time. 1 second. Having said that, it is maximum. Focus on what?
The Deer Fest had been 2 weeks away when we arrived. If the day count on the banner was right, I was missing a whole week between the night we got here and now.
Okay. That's interesting. It's so spooky. Don't remember what they do, but I can tell you one thing. The game is very spooky even daily.
The garage was a mess. It looked like someone had trashed the place, or that there'd been some kind of fight.
What's this noise? I can hear a noise. Like a humming noise. I can't make...
All right. I'll keep writing. Outside, there's only darkness. Outside the cabin, outside the story, there's only darkness. I can feel her presence in the dark. Just now, I could smell her perfume in the room. I'll reach her. I'll fix it up. I'll bring her back. The story will come true. If I stop, she's lost.
I don't believe this. It'd been me on the TV, talking crazy. Was I losing my mind?
Well, just in case, I have a shotgun here. Your phone. Not yet. Okay, Bradford is the city, the town. Don't remember the others. The 68th Annual Deer Fest, September 15th to 18th. Oh, next week. Games and activities. Raffle tickets, fishing competition, pie contest, and surprise competitions. Live music for the children. Bucktooth Charlie, afternoons. And Montgomery the Mystic's amazing Phantasmagoria, evenings. Don't miss the legendary Deer Fest parade. Okay. Propane. No, that's Roxanne. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I laugh at my own jokes. Someone has to. What's this? What does it say there? Tourist info, vacation, see our cabin rental options. Yeah, not again. Hunting club. That looks like a poster for the Democratic Party, right? Phone. Yeah, let's go there.
Great Ball Sheriff Station.
Oh, okay. I was that close? Wow, terrible tearing. I don't know if you can see it.
Thank God, Sheriff.
Sheriff Sarah Breaker, you are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen, I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr.
We
Wake.
were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake, not since the big eruption in the 70s.
What?
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen,
We'll figure this out. Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
I realized I couldn't tell her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
That is true. She would probably arrest him. If I remember correctly, my character shot at whatever his name is. What happened? Did they go to the lake? I assume so. Can I please have a look? What?
A candy-colored clown they call the Sandman.
What?
Tiptoes to my room.
This was the intro? All that was the intro?
Dust and a whisper.
End of episode 1, okay. I don't want to skip it, but I wish it would stop singing for obvious reasons. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Let's skip this.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Alice? Who the fuck is Alice?
Alice?
It's a song.
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Don't know why there is so much tearing in the cutscenes. You cover the camera.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
Oh,
You
this
should put
looks
some
creepy.
coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Cannot zoom in. I don't have any weapons, obviously. Okay, let's go and make the coffee. Or not. I don't know. What will happen if I go here?
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
I like how she actually looks that way. Is that me in the photos? Well, my character, I mean. Yeah. By the way, if you can hear a noise from outside, I apologize, but nothing I can do about it. Where's the coffee maker? Wow, the
Coffee's
weather's
on.
bad.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Alright, let me switch, not switch. turn up the volume for the cinematics because it felt a bit low. Though I probably did it for the music. Oh, such a nice place. Although this, I will definitely not have it like this. What's this? Aha! I was gonna say I will have a TV somewhere. Probably it's a 32-inch. I like the stand. No, wait. I thought it was wires, metallic wires, but no, it's probably like a bit like an iMac. At least previous generation iMac. The Intel-based ones. I cannot see. Did I actually move my head up? Anyway. I like the couches, although I don't know if I will have them the same color. I will go for pink. Orange most likely. Dark orange. Well, they are. Never mind. So where is this? Is there? What's that sound? Return to Shadow. What can what I can't forget? Alex Casey. The things that I want. The fall of Casey. Okay. I'm not sure the guns. What they are about. I can hear static from radio.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome, slushy, dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Must be a comedy. Okay. Surprised there's no computer here, but I guess he'll actually type on a typewriter. I don't know how the people before the computers actually used typewriters for so long. I mean, I have used typewriter and they're hard to type after a while.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
What? What do I prefer? I don't know. Examine cover mockups. Where? I'm a bit confused. I don't know, I cannot zoom in. Cannot tell if they are just gray. Can you tell? If they're actual photos, I mean. Oh, this annoys me a bit. This annoys me too. Why cannot have it in the middle, damn it?
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
Break up the candles, break
No,
up.
it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
This feels uncomfortable. Why am I the only one with a balcony?
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Always lie to your doctor. Definitely it's gonna help.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Okay.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Okay. I did fish a couple of times, but I was a kid. Not really into fishing. Or fish. Wait. This doesn't appear very new.
You're good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
Don't know, it doesn't make much sense, but...
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Thought she was an
Mr.
electrician.
Lake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a
Mars.
little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Alice was missing. I needed help to find her. I wasn't ready to leave.
I wasn't going to leave, just wanted to see if I could go out.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Yeah, relax. I want to have a look around.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsal today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
I didn't trust it.
Roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Cauldron Lake is the one that the cabin was on, right?
Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you down the corridor in her office.
Yeah, I heard you the first 5 times. Why hasn't Alan reported them? Has he? I don't remember.
The sheriff wanted to see you in her office.
Yeah, it is Cauldron Lake. Read. Missing Richard B. Bruce Danksy, Jacob Miller. On a camping trip, overdue, haven't been in contact. If you have seen them on other whereabouts, please call that. Thank you. Have you seen this man? Disappeared on 20th of June 2007. Identifying features, knack for winning contests. It's weird.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now. Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand.
Can
I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
Tell the truth.
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay. You can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
I came here actually to tell you what's going on. But Alan prefers to lie.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he'd quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up. You can get to the back lot through that door and down the corridor, Mr.
Hey,
Wake.
can you turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
Okay, if I can.
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I tell you.
Do I?
It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounded like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Well, good luck. He reminds me of a neighbor of mine, although without the masters. I mean the neighbor. And thinner, and taller, and with more hair. Okay, never mind.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
How can I check the inventory? If I have one. Flare gun 3, flare 4, flashbang 5.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
What's a ruin? It's not an abandoned car. Okay, how do I go there?
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
I have to say the graphics really look nice even now. Not the cutscenes, but the rest of the game. Can I?
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
I don't know if this is like, as I have mentioned it before, it's the first time I'm playing this game. And I'm not sure if this is the situation is A, a dream, B, an afterlife experience, C, time travel mystery with warp and I don't know what else, or perhaps Ondos. Indeed, an alien intervention. Or he's nuts. It's always that, I guess. What was that? Oh. Why is there smoke coming?
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey, oh my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
This is nice.
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
The skeleton of a Colombian mammoth, Mammuthus columbi, or something. I don't speak Latin. This specimen, or read, or understand. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, were recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998 when the Colombian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Bucktooth Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Okay. I like this place, although it does feel a bit creepy. That's probably all the horror movies I have watched taking place in cabins and wooden buildings, American buildings, out there in the woods. Paleozoic era, Mesozoic era, Kenozoic era.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
I'm very hungry today, I don't know why. I had breakfast at around 8. And then at 11 I had 2 sandwiches. I made 2 sandwiches. And now, that was around 11. And now it's almost 1:15. And I'm hungry again. I don't know why or how. What the It's an animal.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure. What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay. He got lucky.
Okay, can I go now?
Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Yeah, stop talking.
Okay, boy. You can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing is... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Done? Okay.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Good luck, doggy.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max. I guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know. I just don't want any trouble.
Right, thanks.
I'm a bit confused of the dimensions of the whole thing there. But how is that an easy trail? Unless I don't have to go up. Anyway. Good luck, doggy. Again.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on! I mean, okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Uh-huh. Crazy talk, Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
I agree.
They'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Bless you.
Oh, this
how do I
place is
change
like-
battery?
I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Push flash, yeah, reload battery, Q. Okay, I'd rather have a gun with me while I go there. Let's see if there is anything up.
Lock the door when I leave.
Yep, you go ahead and do what you have to do. I'll be fine. Alone, but fine. In a cabin straight from a horror movie. You want to know where you can shove that flashlight?
I don't have to now for that. Maybe later. This looks like the cabin on the island. What is that radio mast? I like that.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. One
Okay.
door now.
Did you say I'm locking the door? This is a jacuzzi. I'm just searching for anything I can use. Hopefully I'll find some weapon. Though most likely I'm gonna get one later. If this was real life, I wouldn't go out. At this time of the night. Suicidal. What? Okay, suddenly I have a gun.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Reminds me actually of the movie In the Month of Madness. One of my favorite horror movies.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Okay.
I knew I should have gone to the cops.
Yes.
This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done.
No.
But I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it.
Because you're an
These
idiot.
people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them. And they had Alice.
Don't agree with you.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan.
Not that funny.
Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah, it's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
There's some movement there. Oh, that actually startled me. Oh, that gave me goosebumps. I'm not kidding. That gave me goosebumps. Why am I so scared? Wow, why am I... Oh, a volcano? Oh, why am I scared now? Pretty sure I heard something from there. Wish I had the shotgun. Oh, I'm creeping out now, or something. Blood, that's always good. Can I open this? Turn on this? No. No ammo here.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
Good song.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Okay, let's, well, I don't know how long I'll play because I'm already recording for some time. I'm so creeped out. Perhaps I should play and record this in a window, small window.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Let me check if I have enough hard drive space. Why does it change the... Okay, I think I'm okay. Gonna continue for at least a bit more.
Vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Rusty? Damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me! Anybody? Help me! Help! Help me! Can you hear me? Anyone?
I can hear you, but I don't know where you are.
Help me! Hello?
What the hell happened here?
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
I think it's dead, Jim.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh. Good boy.
Where's the office? No, seriously, where's the office? Guess I have to go turn on the lights.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
There's the office. What is that? Oh. I didn't see that.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way. Felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
We all die alone. Wow, many pages.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Yeah, I'm not sure I like that.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
This can be good.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Don't know what they are, but I better destroy them first, right?
Hunters need hunting licenses.
I agree. I tried to move, but I couldn't. Hope he's okay. So he's alive and well, right? The dog too. No.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
please?
Don't feed the animals.
What did he say?
Fishing
Is only permitted
for those
visitors.
who purchase a park license. Obey
The park ranger's instructions.
at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never.
No approach closer than 100 yards.
To bears and wolves, never approach any other wildlife closer than
25 yards.
pets must be leashed. Never leave your pet
Unattended.
It is
Against the law.
to remove any objects or historical artifacts from the park. This includes even you may
Flying along the river.
or even simple berries.
Oh. I'm still going to Lover's Peak. Okay. Well, I think there's something wrong with me now. Okay, the episode is going to be quite long, so I better stop here. But I'm going to continue soon, very soon, like a day or two, my guess is. Thank you very much for watching, and more next time. Bye bye.